Ever since this DApp launched, it has been very controversial. Because, again, and it's something I spoke about several times, people look at the price of the asset, look at the total value locked, and, inherently look at the market cap. So all of these things, specifically for a decentralized exchange, they come second. Now, okay, I would say that TVL is very important. There should be liquidity on a DEX for it to perform trades. But that aside, price and market cap are not the core metrics that one should be looking at. So today, I'm gonna answer the question that runs into the chat, so the Telegram chat, over and over again. Emissions are too high. Why don't you decrease emissions? And are emissions causing this sell pressure? So you can easily get the answer to this question without theoretically asking it out loud by doing a bit of math, and that's what I'm gonna give you today. So even before answering the question, you should know that emissions overall have been cut by 72%. This was done a week back almost, prior to the Cool IDO, which was overall, successful, given the fact that many people were very reluctant in entering this IDO following whatever happened in the first one. But if Cool succeeds, as I think it would, then the whole sentiment will come back. Now, 72% is a lot to decrease in terms of emissions. So why hasn't the price rebounded yet? All right. So people expect that as soon as you provide something, things are going to start happening, but things take time. And with the implementation of ZYB, it will even take a bit longer. So first things first, again, let's talk about sell pressure. All right. From the emissions, solely about the emissions. So you should know that there are 3 types of places on the protocol that you can emit and farm ZYB tokens by providing liquidity, but there's a catch. So first is the V3 manual farm. So that's following Uniswap V3. I've explained it several times. So you provide the range, you give your liquidity, and then you stake those LPs, and then you earn on top of the fees that you're earning, you earn some ZYB tokens on top. So overall, if you add the distribution of ZYB tokens on a daily basis, you end up with 2,608 ZYB tokens to be distributed every single day. And at the current price point of 30 cents, that's about $782 in potential daily sell pressure. So you're discounting the fact that many people want to hold their assets, want to hold their ZYB tokens to exchange them for something else and profit from this, or stake them even through ZYB, all right? So that is if every single token in the V3 manual farms is sold. Now jumping into the Gamma automated farms. So here you also provide one type of liquidity. You have several, by the way. So you have ARB ETH, you have ZYB ETH, you have USDT ETH, you have ETH USDC, you have wrapped Bitcoin USDC, and you also have USDT USDC. So I did some calculations. I took the APRs and the value locked, divided that by 636 days, 365 days to get the daily potential sell pressure. And overall, if you add them up, that accounts to $2,713 of ZYB tokens that can be sold. All right. Of course, taking into account the price of 30 cents per ZYB. So that is a potential sell pressure. And adding these two up, that would amount you to $3,485 of potential sell pressure on a daily basis from emissions. Is that too much? I'm gonna leave you to judge that in 1 second, because right now, if you want to stake ZYB, you cannot. You have to migrate it from ZYB to SZYB. You are gonna exchange it, and by owning SZYB, you're gonna be able to take advantage of protocol fees. So you no longer also earn ZYB from the staking pools. So that's something added on top to decrease sell pressure. So the only 2 places that you can sell ZYB tokens from for now even are both farms, V3 and Gamma, and soon, as per the team's announcement, even these farms are not gonna even emit ZYB anymore. It's gonna be SZYB. So what happens where even zero emissions are being made? So you cannot anymore acquire the ZYB token from the protocol. You're gonna have to purchase it from the open market to exchange it for ZYB and use ZYB to earn protocol fees. So think about that for 1 second. If the protocol keeps succeeding and keeps bringing in decent volume and underlyingly earning fees from that, people are gonna run to buy that cheap ZYB. So I said that potentially you could have about 3.5k worth of ZYB to be sold on the open market every single day. So just looking on CMC, let's look at the volume itself. So right now, averaging about 200k daily volume. That's not bad at all, because if you ratio it with the market cap, that's pretty impressive actually. But most of this volume comes from sexes. So we're talking MEXC. I think it's also, let's scroll down to look at the sexes. Sorry, it should load, should be here. Yeah, so we're talking about BitGet, MEXC, and BKEX. So these three are providing most of the volume, and the DEX volume is about 15k. So take from that 15k 3.5k and you're left with about 11.5k or 11.8k in the sense of volume that is besides the emissions daily sell pressure. So what is left to sell? So where is the ZYB that could be sold coming from? Short answer, nowhere. Right now you cannot earn that token other from the farms. There's no way to earn it. You can no longer stake ZYB to earn ZYB. You can no longer stake ZYB to earn ETH. All of that has been migrated to SZYB. So the people who could have sold their ZYB tokens most probably have, minus a few holders, of course. I'm sure there are still holders who can push down the price, but the majority has migrated to SZYB. So there will be a point in time where all the liquid ZYB tokens will either be sold or migrated. And when SZYB enters the farms, like I said it would based on the team's announcements, it's only liquid ZYB that is with the holders right now that can be sold, and the sell pressure is gonna be decreased immensely. All right, and that is something to consider here. And I think if as the SZYB token model is the one that's gonna be earned through the farms, most probably the total supply is gonna also change, dropping from 20 million to whatever it is right now, circulating supply. But that's an assumption of mine, that's speculation. I don't know what's gonna happen. Perhaps they will migrate to a hybrid model, so ZYB plus SZYB. I think this is more beneficial, but that's my opinion. But whatever they do and whatever route they take, the token should, from here on out, start rising in value, slowly but surely. Again, as long as the protocol performs well, unless some catastrophe happens, all right? But that's all, you know, is gonna be hanging out the air. We remain to be seen. So we're in this impasse where we're gonna, you know, either jump to the upside or go to oblivion. But I don't see the other way around. You know, like with everything that they have coming up, with everything they're producing, I think we're in good shape right now. All right, in terms of protocol fees, in terms of activity, in terms of team involvement, yada yada yada. And one more thing I'm gonna say is that, again, if you go and reference the DeFi Llama in terms of volume to TVL, you can clearly see that Zyberswap is still above 1, which is a very important metric if you are someone who wants to provide liquidity. And that's very important. If you want to provide liquidity, you should look at the place where you can earn most off of it, not at the place where there's the most of it and the least in terms of fees earned. All right, this is the metric that matters most for people who want to earn by providing the liquidity. And of course, you know, the outliers like this, for example, usually those are one-offs, so you have to, you know, give it a few days to see where it sets down. But if you keep on updating yourself with this, you should know where you're standing. Alright, so I think I'm gonna end it here. I just wanted to quickly speak about the emissions part and discuss the overall status of the project. Thank you if you stuck around till the end. See you in the next one. Have a good one.